Okay, guys, my name is Porter Stevens. This is the Truly Redeemed YouTube channel. What I have to say is this. Might sound like a joke, but I'm being sincere, all right? Just because you cannot shoot webs out of your hands, just because your name is not Peter Parker, just because you're not from the friendly neighborhood, you tracking, doesn't mean that you don't have power. You do have power. And I guess we're going to get straight into it here. The reason why it is what I know to be true, the reason why it is so important to prioritize being sober, to run away from sex, to not do that, to be sober, to not have sex, to eat healthy, to take care of your mind, to take care of your body, to speak to yourself with kindness, to think positive thoughts, and think of your ways in think of yourself in loving ways. I guess one of the reasons why these things are so important is because these things, whenever we do these things, like abstain from sex and drugs and alcohol, and actually and sincerely pursue a healthy lifestyle, it allows us to understand just how powerful we are. Imagine how much more clear-minded a person will be whenever they are not smoking all the time, not drinking all the time. They're not doing these things. They're not partying. All right? I'm not truthfully, I really don't care how I sound, but I'm not trying to sound like you can never make mistakes or anything like that, or I'm not trying to sound like I'm better than anybody, because I'm not. I'm just a guy, just a regular guy, all right, who has partaken in my fair share of drugs and alcohol, and I'm not a virgin, and I haven't waited until marriage. But I never like to say I've been through a lot, but I do instead, in its place, say that I've been through enough. I've been through enough to know that God is real. He lives within us. We are never without him because he lives within. And as a man, not understanding your own power, it can be dangerous. And I think most the time, whenever we as men don't understand our own power, we are a danger to ourselves, giving ourselves away, selling ourselves out for so cheap, whenever the truth is that we've been bought at such a high price. All right. Life is a miracle. Everything is a miracle. And I think with that mindset, that is my mindset, that everything's a miracle, including all the bad things that I've been through, including all the bad things that you have been through, all that you've gone through, all the pain that you felt, the tears that you've cried. Every single thing has led you to this moment. And in this moment, there's miracles around you. You're surrounded by blessings and miracles. There's breath in your lungs. You have eyes to see. You have ears to hear. You have an able, healthy body. These are not just whatever things. These things are not just by chance. These things are miracles. And I simply want to speak on why it is so important for us as men. Doesn't matter your age, young, middle age, old, it doesn't matter. As boys and as men, we have to have a higher level of self-respect. We have to respect ourselves in a way that isn't normal to society, because by the standards of society say sleep with as many women as possible. That's what makes you valuable as a man, how many women you can get with, how many women you can sleep with. Guys, that's a constructed lie. It's a lie. It's not true. And whenever we as men are honest with ourselves and respect ourselves in such a way where we don't just give ourselves away like that, when we prioritize healthy eating, training every day, meditating, sitting in silence, putting the phone down, turning the phone off, emphasis on sitting in silence, going and putting yourself into nature, going on a walk, letting the sun shine on your skin. Guys, I don't care how corny it might sound. These things heal us from the inside out. The answer to healing is much more simple than we'd like to make it. But I know through my personal experience, and I know that there's many people who can testify to this, the drugs were never enough. The sex wasn't enough. The drugs, the sex, the money, a high-paying job. I mean, and we've talked about this, and we talk about this often on the channel. These things can't fill us the way that we need to be fulfilled. They never will be able to. And it's through these simple things: silence, nature, healthy eating, taking care of yourself, looking yourself in the mirror and telling yourself, I am a strong man. I am stronger than I was yesterday. I am not the mistakes I've made. I'm strong. All right, it might sound corny to some people, but who cares? Who cares if it sounds corny to a lot of people? You're not most people. All right? I know that I'm not most people. I'm me. I am me. I am who God made me to be. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. By the way, gratitude, of course, thankfulness, gratitude is one of those simple things that can and will heal us from the inside out. If we have no gratitude, then we will be crushed by the circumstances and situations of life. So I just want to talk about how, man, the more and more I show myself the love that I know that I deserve, the more and more peace that I have. I'm not worried about things that I don't have. All right? I've been single for all of my life. I've never had a girlfriend, and I'm about to be 29. I feel great about that. There was a point in time where I felt horrible about that. But I see that doesn't do anything good to feel bad about anything. So why would I feel bad about it? I feel great about it. This is great. I have me to take care of. I have me to focus on. I have God to be thankful to, because I have everything. I have air, I have clothes, I have food, I have water, I have a job, I have ample opportunity in my life. And I know that we're all different, and I respect that. However, in my life, the most important thing is thankfulness to God. And man, the reason being is because I remember when I wasn't thankful to God, and it was not fun, and I was not smiling. I was crying. I was in despair. I was feeling horrible for myself. I hated when I looked in the mirror. And in being thankful to God, wow, we start to see who we are truly meant to be, and we start to become that man or that woman. All right? And I just wanted to get on here and speak today what was on my mind. And I am going to pour a little bit more into the fact that us as men, as guys, doesn't matter our age, if you're a boy, if you're a young boy watching this, someone around my age watching this, a young man, or if you're an older guy, look, we can't just be sleeping around and having sex. We can't let our minds drift into, oh, like, I just wish I had these sexual fantasies and things like that. Like, it's a dangerous thing to play around with. I know you know from experience. I know from experience. So let's not play around with it. Let's have a higher level of self-respect. I know one day I am going to have a wife and I'm going to have a family, but that day isn't today, and that's okay. So if you're in a similar situation, breathe. You're doing great. You're doing just fine. No need to stress ourselves out over things that we do not have. Let's fix our minds on what we have. And I can tell you what we have. What we have is God. God is right here. God is right here. I know that it sounds too good to be true, but that is the one thing in life that is not too good to be true. God does live within. The kingdom of God is right here at all times. And man, I've seen my life change so much in the past year alone, let alone 6 months. I'm talking mental clarity, peace in my mind, heart, body, and spirit, emotional regulation to a degree that I've never experienced before. The gains are coming in the gym, all right? The training hard. I mean, like, just life, man. It's a miracle. It's a miracle, and it's beautiful. And I'm so grateful to God that I've been given this life. I am. I'm so grateful. And I know it sounds crazy to some people, but just save yourself for marriage, all right? And maybe you don't want to get married. That's fine. But to be just giving yourself away to women, all right? To be sleeping around and just having sex so aimlessly, it takes your power as a man away from you. And that's the part that it's not cool. No matter what society says, it's not cool. And so take care of yourself no matter what. And for me, that means a level of self-respect that is very, very high. No, we're not chasing after girls. We're not chasing after women, all right? I am living my life in a way that is going to attract the right woman for me to be with for the rest of my life. So that I am going to have that wife, have that family. And like I said, just because that day isn't today doesn't mean that today isn't a great day. All right, so that's really the gist of the message that I wanted to get at. I just wanted to talk about a few different things. And if you're a young man and you're feeling hopeless and you're feeling depressed and you're suffering with addiction and you're having trouble going on those dirty websites and you are having trouble putting down the weed and you're trying to stop smoking weed but you're having trouble doing that, I am here to tell you it can be done. You have what it takes. You have what it takes. That is a promise. You can do all things. Jesus lives within you. God is within you. Know that to be the truth. All right? So guys, my name is Porter Stevens, and this is the Truly Redeemed YouTube channel. And until next time, we'll be back. Love you. Peace.